Hello, everyone, and welcome to Oracle Mom Cafe. My name is Tony Lynn, and I am your host. Thank you so much for being here on the podcast. If you are just listening, I will describe the card and what it looks like to you. And if you are watching the video, then I'm sure you can see the card. What we do here is we just pause for a few minutes and just pull a card and just see how that energy resonates with us for our day. There's so much going on in the world right now, and just taking some time to just calm down and reconnect to ourselves is the best energy that we can do for ourselves right now. So feel free to bring your cards to the readings, and you can pull your own card, or you can compare this card to what you already pulled, or you can just listen and just join us for a few minutes of just some one on one mind time. Okay. So your card today is from the Power of Surrender cards. And your card is Surrender Your Fear of Change. So the message on the card says the universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death. Repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. And on the card, there is a young lady, and she is riding a horse, what looks like to be maybe in a village. There looks like there are buildings behind her, and it looks like she's on a cliff, maybe like overlooking a ocean or a lake that's down below. So what this card is reminding you to do is just think about that fear. Find it within yourself and just hold on to it for a minute and think about where it comes from, where it resonates. Why is it there? What can you do to get closer and closer to releasing that fear? For some people, it could be a fear of flying. Maybe so therefore they take the first step of, going to an airport, walking around an airport, paying attention to how people get on and off an airplane, looking at the people's body language to see if they enjoyed the airplane, right? Getting yourself more familiar with the situation. For in the picture, there's this girl and she's riding a horse, right? And she doesn't even have a saddle. She's just like bareback riding this horse. So this is someone who definitely had to practice to do this. And that's basically what it is with your fear. You have to confront your fear. You can't run from it. You don't want to put it under a rug and pretend like it's not there. The worst thing about fear is it doesn't go away if you don't address it. That's one thing. Like you're not going to wake up and it's, oh, well, there's no more fear. Okay, it's all gone. No, it's one of those things where you have to kind of set with it. You have to allow it to come in and make itself at home so that you can actually feel all the emotions and connect everything. And the funny thing is like for us as humans, fear is often something that we run from. Fear is often something that we are afraid to set with because it's uncomfortable, it's scary, it holds a lot of maybe negativeness around it. There could be bad association with things around it, and so therefore we just have this avoidance energy. And this card is reminding you that your strength is in that fear, but you can't get to your strength because the fear overpowers it. So what you have to do is set with the fear. Every time you feel it come in, set with it. Or even if you can, just try to set with it daily, just for a few minutes, and just acknowledge it and then let it go. When you do that process, it is amazing how each time you do it, you're able to set with it longer. You're able to think about it differently. You're able to open it up and address it in different ways versus pushing it back. Because one thing about fear is when we have a tendency of pushing it away, that's when it has a tendency of triggering us more or coming at us in unpredicted ways. You might not be expecting it, and then something pops up, and there it is. This card is reminding you of the importance of taking back the control, the power within you of how you can handle this fear. And it's okay to have fear. There's what they call healthy fear, and then there's unhealthy fear. The thing is, you are the only one that can determine how you're allowing this fear to affect your life. And that's what this card is saying. In your job, in your health, relationships, whatever you're afraid of, how is it affecting your life? How is it affecting you personally? But this card is reminding you that you can say, I have faith that all is well. And so, like, that would be something that you would work on every day, right? There's no time limit to when you have to address something to the point where you can release it. Telling yourself that I have faith that all is well allows you to look at fear without running from it, to allow you to set with it, process it, understand where it came from or why it's there. Or even if you don't know, setting with it again and again will eventually allow you to want to seek out, why is it there? Why do I have this strange fear? And I can't put my finger on it for some of you. And for some, it could be a past life situation, or it could be a trauma that was handed down from a family or a sibling. And there's just this fear, but you don't know why it's there. Like, you personally have never experienced it, but it's there. So it could be something that was not necessarily energetically yours either. So pay attention, because sometimes fear in the media, for example, is implemented on us. When you turn on the news, when you look at the TV, the world can often put fears on us as well. And when you have fear, the biggest thing to remember about fear is there's trust and there's fear. If you a higher source, or you trust the great creator, or you trust that everything is okay and everything is sustainable and everything works out, then you let go of that fear because you have the trust of what you cannot see. That's what this affirmation is talking about, is I have faith that all is well. If you have faith that all is well, then that means you are trusting in something that you are unable to see, touch, or control. And this fear that you're feeling takes away your empowerment of yourself. So, for example, if you go to do something and then you can't do it because of your fear, how are you problem solving? Are you running from the situation? Are you addressing the situation? Are you solving the situation? How are you handling these emotions? The main thing is the universe is telling you to surrender to the fear of change, because change is so valuable and so important. And when we face our fears, we are open to what comes from them, what comes after them. So surrender your fear of change is saying that whatever it is that you're afraid of, whatever it is that is stopping you from moving forward, take time to look at all of your fears, right? Look at the things that you used to be afraid of and how you've overcome them. Look at how you feel empowered by the things that used to make you afraid, but now they don't. Fears that you've overcome, and then allow that to help you to be ready for this change that's coming too. There's so many different views right now in the world about what's coming, what's happening, what's taking place, from religious to personal to viewpoints to opinions, when the truth is we really don't know the truth about what all is going to take place. But we can have our hearts open to the fact that whatever happens, we are protected and loved and guided. And whatever happens in your life with your job, career, relationship, things are going to work out for you. Things are going to work out in ways that you haven't yet realized. So this card is saying, step into that tomorrow. Step into that energy. Don't be afraid and don't hold yourself back. Happiness unfolds in ways that we may not even think of. And although there's usually sorrow along the way, you have a choice to bring balance in your life daily. Even when something's bad, you have a choice to find something good. So don't be afraid to embrace these changes in your life by telling yourself that no matter what happens, you're going to find something good every day in the situation that is changing within you and around you. Okay, that's what this card is saying. Surrender your fear of change. And as you do, change will come with with anticipation and happiness versus fear and worry. That's the biggest thing. The energy that you are putting forth in this process, that is really what matters most. If you are afraid of change, then you're going to pull in all this fear energy. But if you're embracing it and you're doing what the card says and you're surrendering and allowing it, then you're going to bring in peace, love, and harmony. Remember, how you feel and how you address the situation is also going to help you with the process through the situation. And for some of you, this may be something that you don't have any control over, is something that has to take place. It's something that the universe is putting in your lap. And it might not be an easy situation, and you could have a lot of emotions, and that's okay. You don't want to run from your emotions. You want to sit with them. You want to process them. You want to love yourself through those emotions, but you also want to make sure that you are going through the emotions and through the situation with a higher energy, with a positive way of seeing the things in how can this situation help me? How can this situation empower me, grow me and those around me? You might be so afraid of what's going to happen that you're seeing the negatives or worrying about the negatives and you don't even realize the beauty and the positives that you can't see. So, when we are doing a collective reading, there's so many issues that could be on the table because each person has their own path. But one issue that we all can connect to is our energy within us. How do you carry yourself daily? What kind of person are you daily? Do you try to think positive? Do you try to address things in a good way? Are you one of those that always finds the positives for others, but you have a hard time finding it for yourself? What I would recommend doing is taking some time to think about this, set with this card, set with this message from the universe, set with your heart. Ask yourself why you're so afraid. Whatever the situation is, just give thanks and gratitude to the universe for this message. Remind yourself that you are on an earth that was created and has been sustainable for millions of years. So if it has made it this far, trust that things are going to be okay in the world that you are in. Often we don't realize how huge this world truly is on a bigger scale. So just trust that you're here, do your best, show up daily, and think about it in a good what can you look forward to? What can you be excited about? What can you prepare for? How can you take this energy and make it a good energy for you? I hope this has helped you. Thank you so much for being here, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.